Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mark Loeffler Experience. We got a great show here for you today. What we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about the advice I would give my 20-year-old self. And the first bit of advice is smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe down below, turn on the notification bell. I mean, that's what you need to do, guys. I mean, that's my number one piece of advice. Okay, we can quit the video now. All right, guys, just joking. Yet you should be smashing the like button. Please subscribe and comment down below. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm, helps me grow the channel. And the more people who are watching, the more ideas, the more I can pontificate for you guys. And I know you guys love that. All right, let's get into it. So the number one piece of advice I'd give my 20-year-old self is focus on your side hustle. I talked about this in the last video a little bit at the end, is you earn a living 9 to 5. You grow your wealth before and after. It's so much, there's so much information out there now, from podcasts to YouTube channels to audio books. I mean, my 20-year-old self, we didn't have any of that. I mean, I had to go to networking events and actually hear people speak. I had to drive, go there, fly, go meet people. Now, I mean, you can do, especially in COVID, everybody's doing everything online now. There's so much information out there. Figure out what your side hustle is, go after it, and nail it. Whether it's real estate investing, whether it's an MLM, whether you're growing a business on the side, whether it's investing in the stock market, doing options trading, like we had Omar on Monday, right? It's learning from guys like that. Develop your side hustle. Maybe you want to be an angel investor, so you're going out there and you're meeting and you're investing in these other businesses, right? Whatever it is, work on your side hustle, because that's what's going to make you wealthy, and that's what's going to get you out of that 9 to 5 job, if that's your goal. All right, so that's number one, is work on your side hustle. Number two is live for free. What I mean by live for free is you can go ahead and buy, you're 20 years old. So when I was 20 years old, I lived in an apartment it was a 4-bedroom apartment. I lived with 3 other guys. I rented out those rooms to them separately. And basically my costs were, I think I had to pay some heat. And that were my costs to live there. So I lived for free. Yet what I would do is I would house hack. I would go ahead and buy that house. It had 1, 2, or 3 units, whatever that is. I would live in one unit with a roommate. I would rent out the other units, and I would live there for free. And that's how I would start my investing career, because again, even though I know we had our CMHC video last Friday, you can still get a CMHC mortgage on an investment, 10% down for 3 to 4 units, 5% down for 1 to 2 units. So you can still get in that relatively cheaply, and you can have somebody else cover all your expenses in that house and maybe even have a little bit of a profit. So I would house hack. That would be my number 2 tip. Number 3, you are the sum total of the 5 people you hang around most. Well, maybe in my 20s, this might actually be the number one piece of advice, because I was working on a side hustle. I was living basically for free. And yet, the people I was hanging around, I played rugby, which obviously I still love rugby, and it's still a great time that was in my life. Yet, not many of those people were financially free. And what that means is, if that's your goal, that's who you should be seeking to spend your time with. I watched a great video from Matt McKeever the other week, and he's talking about, with David Chandler Smith, and we'll put the link in the description below. Yet they're talking about building their organizations and doing that, and how that they're mentoring their people up. So they might be employees, they may be volunteers in some of their different things, yet that's how they get in. All right, so, and that's what Matt McKeever talked about. He talked about all the top influences of his life he was an employee of, or he worked for free for them before they ever helped him out. Get out there and figure out that top 5. Who do you want to be hanging around? And this goes into the next point, which is don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask somebody out there that, you think could help you along your way. Don't be afraid to ask. You never know what might happen. It's funny, in that same video, Matt talks about, he gets people all the time email or DMing him and saying, hey, looking for a mentor, looking for this. I mean, I get it, and probably not as much as he does because he has a bigger presence than I do. Yet, provide value first. If you provide value first, then they're going to look at you and they're going to say, wow, okay, I want to help that person. They're helping me. What can I do to help them? And maybe they're giving you a job. Maybe you're not going to make as much as you're going to make somewhere else. Maybe that's your side hustle to go and learn real estate investing. Or maybe it's your side hustle to learn social media and become a social media influencer. Whatever that is, guys, you need mentors, but you need to provide value first. So I tell my 20-year-old self is go out there and provide value to those people. I mean, I used to volunteer for a guy named Darren from Cash Flow. Basically, he bought a franchise from Robert Kiyosaki. I think it was Cash Flow 101 or something like that. He used to run, or it was Rich Dad, Poor Dad Cash Flow, and he used to run events. So I'd volunteer. I'd be running mics. I'd be working the back selling books. And I volunteered. And, the people I met in those rooms and the other volunteers, I mean, they're still some of my friends today. And again, work for free. It doesn't hurt. Just ask. If you just ask, a lot of people will say yes. And give them the proposal. If they're like, well, I don't know what you would do, say, hey, well, listen, I can do this, this, and this. I'm happy to help. Get out there, grow your top 5. Grow that 5 people you're hanging around, because the 5 people you hang around is who you're going to be like, what your financial future is going to look like. All right, so number 4, financially I would say start early. So again, we're going to house hack. You can almost live for free. I would save more of that money. I would be putting more of that money away every month, whether I would have definitely, hopefully, tell my 20-year-old self earlier to be investing in the stock market and doing options. I mean, number 1. And number 2 is I would tell my 20-year-old self is put money in every month. Put money in every month, because the power of compounding is great. We all know the rule of 72, right? I'm getting some blank stares from the audience out there on YouTube. So what I'll tell you is the rule of 72. The rule of 72 is if you have a 6% per year return, it takes you 12 years to double your money. So it's 6 times 12 is 72. If you have a 36% return, it takes you 2 years to double your money, because it's compounding, right? It's always growing on itself. It's the reason why if I get 2% per month trading options, then my yearly return is something like 30%, because I'm growing 2% on 2% on 2% on 2%. So start early, contribute continuously, and make it a habit. So those are my top 4 rules that I would tell my 20-year-old self. If I could go back, the other thing I might say is definitely read more then. I mean, the content out there right now is unbelievable. This is the bonus one, is YouTube, podcasts. Guys, get off sports radio. Start listening to podcasts in the car, audiobooks. There's, again, so much content out there now. And there's so many people out there who are smart, who are doing this, that can help you grow and help you get there faster than you ever could by, actually picking up that book and reading back then. I mean, how many content creators do we know? I mean, there's Matt McKeever, there's Graham Stephan, there's Jeremy from Financial Education. I mean, you can go to my buddy Ian Szabo, Reynolds to Riches. I mean, you got Quentin D'Souza, you got Sandy and Rob on Breakthrough Real Estate Podcasting. You got Mandy Branham. You got Mark and Mark from the apartment building guys, or multifamily real estate investing. I mean, and this is, you got David Chandler Smith out there. I mean, you got Jeff Weibo. There's so many people out there now that have great content that you can follow and you can learn from. And I'm not even touching I'm not even scratching the surface here. So much out there. Go learn. Be a student. Be a student and learn. Give freely of your time to people you think can help you. And guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, comment down below. We'll see you in the next one.